Too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud. Welcome back to another episode of Too Loud with Sal and Ryan. I'm Ryan. That's Sal. Well, if you're listening right now, this is the Tyler the Creator song. It came out the same day as our Carbon Lounge when we went out. Thank you for everyone who came out.
Yes, thank you. It was a fun night.
And for the people that didn't come to our event, I'm sure you were listening to this album, and that's why I'm guessing Sal's playing it, because this is better than Too Loud, right?
Oh
Tyler the Creator's better than Too Loud, huh?
I guess.
Everybody
was just sad at home listening to that. Then
yeah, not everyone. People
not
were
everyone,
out.
yeah, it was
but
a
our
fun night,
friends,
but,
our friends
yeah.
were our friends. No one we knew. So I'm just making sure that everyone knows. This is like the greatest album of all time.
We're gonna be back. There's gonna be more nights at the Carbon Lounge. July 8th is our next Too Loud event. So hope you guys come on down to that one. And then Tyler doesn't drop another album
Because then he's just gonna squash us.
But yeah, it was a long weekend. Fine weekend.
Good weekend for me, because I won.
You actually won one?
Well, that's because like we only had to do 5 simple picks, and if it's 5 simple picks, it's got my name written on it. We didn't go too complicated. We didn't like veer off into wrestling. We didn't veer off into golf.
Didn't pick soccer.
Didn't do any of that shit. We just stuck to the bare bones of it. We're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs. We're gonna talk about MLB. No, not playoffs. I was getting confused because we're also gonna talk about the NHL playoffs. Thank you again for listening. But yes, as I said, Sal, we're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs. You lost because you chose Clippers. It was a little tough.
We ended up on the wrong game. I thought it was. I knew the Clippers were gonna get one.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
We just ended up picking the wrong game for
Clippers lost to the Suns in a slobber knocker, 84-80, in the worst fourth quarter me and you have probably ever seen. The terrible fourth quarter. It was actually
a horrible game.
It was
what do you mean?
15-14. They won. The Suns won 84-80, but 15-14 was how much the Suns won in the fourth quarter. So if you would have gambled the under 20, like I say to do on WNBA, could have done it on the NBA and probably won way more money.
Oh, everybody who got the under was all hyped. They're like, yeah.
Suns are up 3-1. But Sal, the main headline is
that game sucked because Chris Paul was back.
Okay. Let me get to the headline. The headline is
Chris Paul sucks and is ruining the Suns.
No. Who's more important to the team? Chris Paul or your boy DeAndre? Well, technically both your boys, but as of late, your boy DeAndre Ayton.
Fantasy boy, but yes.
There's no Chris Paul's obviously the pick, right, Sal?
No, did you see what DeAndre Ayton did? He's obviously the biggest guy on the court.
It's because okay, that's the thing though.
So just
he's
go
the biggest
him.
guy on the court, so it doesn't really. It's not really like he's the best one on the court. He's just the biggest guy. It doesn't mean you're the biggest guy and you're the best.
Just go to him. Yes, he's obviously the biggest and best guy on the court. That's not named Devin Booker.
Dude, Chris Paul has helped this team win 9 out of their last 10 playoff games. Brought them to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since the 90s. Chris Paul is not the problem.
He did not do this, though. Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton are at their peak form. They're in their final levels, and Chris Paul just happens to be along for the ride.
Chris Paul, you're talking about 11-time All-Star, 6-time stealing champion, 4-time assist champion, Chris Paul, right? The legend.
Yo, the legend?
How
many playoff wins does he have now?
Oh, he has a lot of playoff wins.
Yeah, now.
Exactly.
He's barely catching up.
No, Chris Paul,
This is the first time he's made it to a conference final, am I not right? Am I right?
No, this is the second time he's made it to a conference final.
Oh, what happened the last time he came to a conference final?
Well, he got hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not hurt right now.
And his team blew a lead, didn't they?
Well, James Harden blew the lead.
No, it's his
Even
team.
Kevin Durant couldn't carry James Harden. So, I mean, it doesn't matter who's trying to carry James Harden. He's not good in the playoffs. And none of that was Chris Paul's fault.
It is... so when they win, it's all his fault, but when they lose, it's not his fault.
Exactly.
That's
Dude,
how that
Chris Paul
works.
is a facilitator. He is a leader. He's the one that helps teams transcend. He went to the Hornets.
He's another F word, but that's too loud.
Oh my God, no. Chris Paul actually is like great, and he's been great since he was young. He's just hard on people. That's why when he goes to younger teams, he's like more likely to, thrive and be a little better like he is on the Suns, because he bullies people all the time. and old guys don't like being bullied. They're
No,
like, no, I'm not gonna
watch.
get bullied.
The Clippers have now turned the corner on the Suns ever since he's joined, but got back on the court. Because he has the Clipper stench on him too. So the Clippers are like, you suck as much as we do. It's now an even playing field. Where it was just the Suns versus the Clippers stank. Now Chris Paul brought his stank onto the Suns. It was supposed to be Suns at 4, but he came back.
Dude, Chris Paul has given performances of 27 points and fucking 8 assists, 37 points and 7 assists, 21-11, 17 and 15, 8 and 12. Sal, these are all in wins.
Yeah, okay, what about the losses? What about the game that we just saw,
the losses? Okay.
where he was missing every shot he took in the fourth quarter?
Okay, so first of all, we were watching that game, and they won, by the way, because he actually made 3 out of his last 4 free throws in the fourth quarter, unlike Paul George, whom, well, he did make 3 out of the last 4, but he missed one.
Just because you're not Paul George does not mean you're good.
It means that you're the reason why the Suns are winning.
They are
That's
not.
why.
He is not the reason. Give Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton what
because
they
we saw what
deserve.
Devin Booker was doing the other day. He was like 6 for 20. He was doing terrible.
Because you
Extreme Kobe
jinxed
numbers.
him and said he was better than Kobe and Rip Hamilton. No, wait, you said he was better than Kobe, but not Rip Hamilton.
But the whole point is, if I have to go back to the last time they lost with Chris Paul as the point guard, that was, what, against the Lakers in Game 2? That's the last time they lost to Chris Paul. After that, it's been win. You know,
Yes, I know, it was Suns at 4, but that's not Chris Paul. That's Devin Booker going crazy for 40 points a game, and DeAndre Ayton getting 20 rebounds a game.
Chris Paul is averaging 8 assists a game in the playoffs. Like, he's the one that's facilitating the ball.
Is he
He's
the
obviously
7-foot monster in the paint?
No, because he doesn't have to be. Because he's better
Because
than that.
he's not.
Dude, Chris Paul is easily one of the top point guards of all time, and you just don't give him any credit for
Because
shit.
he hasn't earned any credit. What has he done? He's done nothing except ride the coattails of 2 better players.
That's why we live in the now, in the present. Is that how you say it? Present?
No.
Presente.
Yes.
Presidente.
There we go.
So yes, Chris Paul is El Presidente, and he is the reason and the most important part of
He
the
is
Suns.
not the most. Devin Booker is the most important part of the Suns. And then the second most important part of the Suns is DeAndre Ayton.
You were
then
just
the
getting
third
mad-
most important part of the Suns is Monty Williams, calling all these great plays.
Well, Chris Paul's the
Then
one that brought Monty Williams
and the
on.
fourth most important player is Jameson Crowder, who's bringing finals experience to the team.
Okay, the last time the Suns made the playoffs was 2010. Chris Paul has brought them out of that drought.
Yeah, wait, but who's getting the stats that not since the MVP Steve Nash and Shaq have brought? Is it Chris Paul getting those stats, or is it Devin Booker getting those stats?
But that's what makes Chris Paul great. He makes Devin Booker great.
He's doing great by Devin Booker doing things while he's not on the court.
When Chris Paul wasn't
Alright,
there,
that
Devin
doesn't
Booker
even
was
make
dropping
sense.
70 and losing every single game. Doesn't make sense.
Oh my God, they have other guys other than Chris Paul that is making them good. Miles Bridges is more important than Chris Paul.
No. That's Macau Bridges, bitch. Miles Bridges is on the freaking Hornets, and he's the one that just dropped the rap song.
So wait, you can say El Presidente, but I can't say it's spelled the same way.
Miles Bridges and Macau Bridges?
I didn't say Michael Bridges. Whatever.
No, it's Michael. It's like Macau. Whatever. But no.
He's more important than Chris Paul.
Let us know what you think at Too Loud Sound, Ryan. If you think Chris Paul is more important, or if you think DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker are more important, who haven't done shit before Chris Paul.
Haven't done shit. They're doing it now. They were undefeated in the bubble last year without Chris Paul, weren't they?
Yeah, and they didn't make the
Weren't
playoffs.
they?
They didn't make the playoffs, so it didn't matter.
But they were undefeated in the bubble.
They didn't.
And they're
make
leading
the
into
playoffs.
now. That's
now
leading
they're in the
into
Western
now.
Conference Finals. Not leading into now.
It is leading into now because
Oh my God.
they're here now. It's El Presidente, like you said, isn't it?
Well, what's leading into now, Sal, is that it looks like what's now going to happen, it's probably going to be the Suns in the finals because they're up 3-1. Clippers are giving them a run for their money right now as we speak. But the Bucks,
the Clippers are now giving them a run for their money. I wonder what changed over the past couple games.
nothing. They're up 3-1, Sal. They lost one game with Chris Paul. It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying Chris Paul's blown a 3-1 lead before. Move on to the next
It
one.
won't happen. But the Milwaukee Bucks, after fucking destroying the Atlanta Hawks in Game 2, 125-91, won another game last night. Yesterday was Sunday, correct? Many days just get confused. Sunday. The series is now 2-1.
And I think because the Hawks got cocky. They won that first game, and because they were on the road and we're like, man, we won on Philly, we won in New York. Milwaukee ain't nothing. It's just cold out here, but it was too cold, right, Trey?
And to their credit, the best thing about Milwaukee is the Bucks. There's nothing great in Milwaukee at all.
Yeah,
like you can't name one fucking thing.
If you watch Laser Wolf, he banishes people to Milwaukee.
Yes, and I forgot about that. Yes, you get banished to Milwaukee because nothing great happens there. So that's why, like, I don't know why Giannis wants to stay there, but Giannis is helping killing it. A big story, but we're gonna kind of brush over is Chris Middleton dropping 38 points. What do you think about that? You think he's like a Robin or Batman or whatever the fuck Andrew Perkins said he was?
Okay, yeah, they're saying he's the actual go-to guy and Giannis is the help, but
that's just blasphemy that Perkins saying.
Chris Middleton, if they win a championship, sure, I'll give Chris Middleton that. I thought he was only good against the Heat and the Celtics, but now he's looking good against the Hawks too. So,
but you know who looks really good, but can't play much defense. But I mean, not like another guy we're gonna talk about, Trae Young. Trae Young has honestly carried this Hawks team through the playoffs. You called him a hoe a lot of times on the show
I did
before.
not call him a hoe.
So Trae Young's
said he was a hoe because some Knicks fans on Twitter started tweeting and chanting
someone that you're big on is Steph Curry, and after seeing Trae Young so far in the playoffs, so far what he's done right now,
want me $50?
I think Trae Young's gonna be better than Steph Curry. Do you not agree?
No. Really?
Yeah, of course. Okay. So we're gonna have to talk about their points per game, right? Like, Steph probably averages more points, right? Yeah, by 0.01. So it's 24.1 to 24.2 Steph.
Still more.
Oh yeah. Oh, so we're gonna talk about more? Okay,
and
let's talk about the assists per game then. Let's talk about how Trae Young actually passes the fucking ball. He's averaging 8.9 assists per game. Steph is averaging 6.5 throughout his career. Yes, Steph does get 1.7 steals per game, but I feel like you're not really throwing it that all at Steph just because he has no ankles.
I feel like it's recency bias. This is Trae Young's first playoff series ever.
Yeah, and Steph Curry has never. So he had one 30-point performance, a high 30-point performance in his first playoff series against the San Antonio Spurs. After that, it was 20-point performances. He had a 9-point performance, a 16-point performance, and a 15-point performance. Trae Young has only got sub-20 twice, so that's already one less.
Okay.
And if we're talking about playoff points per game, Sal, Steph Curry's averaging 26 points per game. Trae Young's averaging almost fucking 30, and more assists and 9.5 assists.
So wait, that was 26, not almost fucking 30.
Because Trae Young has 29.8, so that's almost fucking 30.
Okay, well, I say the number. Technically, 26 is almost 30.
I blanked out. I thought I said the number, but I guess I was just so into it that it was almost fucking 30.
And also, Trae Young does not have a Klay Thompson on his team who's taking as much shots and scoring as much points.
You're saying that, but Bogdan and fucking Huerta shoot a bunch of shots. They shoot like fucking 40% of the shots other than Trae Young.
Okay, saying that Trae Young is almost Steph, I'll give you a little bit of leeway, okay?
But I'm saying as many shots. You're talking about shot selection.
Bogdan and Huerta are as good as Klay Thompson.
Shot selections. They shoot as many times as Klay Thompson does in holes.
But they're not scoring as much as Klay Thompson as a whole.
Not my fault. Steph can't fucking take over in the finals. See, Trae Young doesn't let them to because he's the man in Atlanta, and Steph. And exactly, because you're like, oh, Klay takes over. Oh, Kevin Durant takes over. When does Steph Curry ever fucking take over in the playoffs? In the playoffs. I'm not saying in the NBA regular season, because the regular season's great.
When they took out the Thunder when they were down 3-1
in 2015.
Yeah.
So in 2015, okay, so perfect. Steph was averaging 28.3 points per game.
Okay, 30 points a game.
No, 28.3 points per game. Trae Young is averaging his best playoff series is 29.8. You want to, dude? I have all of Steph's best playoff.
You're telling me Steph did not go? Didn't Steph hit that freaking shot in front of Westbrook? It was like, all right, kid, like in that series.
Yeah,
he was out.
That happened
demolishing Westbrook in that series.
3 times in the Sixers series with Trae Young just alone. Trae Young is ice. He is he's gonna be better than Steph Curry.
He's not better than Steph Curry.
What I'm not gonna give him though is his defense a little worse. But overall, I think he's better than Steph Curry. It doesn't matter.
Better than Steph Curry. Steph Curry has 3 rings and an MVP.
But the problem with the Hawks is
he should have too.
Steph Curry also was a byproduct of having at least Mark Jackson and Steph Curry. Trae Young, yes, Nate McMillan's helping them, but I don't think Nate McMillan knows what he's doing because
Nate McMillan's a coach of the year and they started winning after he took over.
Okay. So who did he coach before this? Do you remember? The Pacers. The Pacers.
Yeah, Pacers.
But not Paul George. It was right after the Paul George Pacers when the Pacers sucked.
Sabonis Paul George.
Yes, Sabonis Pacers, and they fucking sucked. They did not play like this.
Last year.
I understand they're different teams, but they're not playing like this fucking team. And then also going back to that,
but this is a better team.
Trailblazers.
Like, it's a better team than that.
Well, he didn't do the same thing with Lillard, and Lillard is what? Do you say Lillard's not as good as Trae Young right now?
They're playing just as good. Trae Young's playing just as good as 2 years ago.
Lillard never went to Western Conference Finals. Nate McMillan is getting carried by Trae Young right now. Like carried because what is really exposing them is that they just shoot a lot, and that's why they win. They play absolutely no fucking defense whatsoever.
They do play defense. They have Capella in the middle, and John Collins on the side, on the wing.
John Collins wants to shoot threes though, and Capella's the only guy I'll let you slide with on defense. Before it used to be DeAndre Hunter, but now it's like they're playing no defense. They're all shots, and that's why I think the Bucks will ultimately end them. But if I had to really say, it's just Trae Young's better than Steph Curry, and I don't know what to tell you, Sal.
He's not better than Steph Curry. Stop
he's
living in this goddamn moment. Just because he's not playing today does not mean he's better than him.
Just know, I picked Trae Young over Steph Curry in our fantasy draft, and it did not help too much. But if he played like how he did in the playoffs now, I'd be pretty fucking excited.
If Steph had the team that the Hawks have, they would have won the finals.
I don't know about that, but I think Steph would have got hurt.
No! He wasn't hurt all year.
Steph has terrible ankles, and I think it would have been exposed.
Trae Young's been hurt this entire playoffs.
But he's playing, though, and he's balling, and he's dropping 30, 40. He's averaging 30 points a game.
He got hurt by a ref the last game.
He's also injury prone, but he's not as injury prone as Steph, though.
He's about as injury prone as Steph.
Nah,
Steph. If anything, he's skinnier than Steph.
I also think, too, I know people hate Trae Young.
He has a worse hairline.
And they call him a hoe, but I think they would have tried to hurt Steph more. Like, you go out your way to hurt Steph.
Because Steph has that Kobe-ness where there's a put all 5 guys on him that Trae Young does not have yet. He's not even close to having
yet. Well,
because
you don't see the guys guarding him because he shakes them so bad. So it's hard to guard someone you can't guard.
You don't put all 5 guys on Trae Young.
Because they can't, because he'll shake them all up and then he'll just give a dime because he actually passes the ball.
Okay,
there's more assists per game than Steph.
Listen to what I say. You don't put all 5 guys on Trae Young. You just say our top guy, Drew Holiday is locking up Trae Young. Is he not?
Nah.
Because they got blown out the last 2 games because Drew Holiday was locking up Trae Young.
I don't think that's...
Has Drew Holiday ever locked up Steph Curry?
Drew Holiday locked... no. He has done that on the Pelicans. Yeah, when he was on the Pelicans. And he would play the fucking Warriors back in the day in the Bay. Yeah. Of course he would.
Drew Holiday is not locking up Steph Curry. You need 5 guys on Steph Curry.
L.A. Do you see? LA?
You're hopping onto my bandwagon here. I'm the UCLA guy.
You're the UCLA guy, but I'm like, UCLA basketball's elite.
I know this. I'm the UCLA guy.
But UCLA basketball now is not elite. But that's...
What do you mean? They were in the Final 4.
They lost. they got smashed.
They did not get smashed. Even Jalen sucks at that damn shot.
Well, let us know what you think. Is Trae Young better than Steph Curry?
No.
I think so.
He's not.
I think he's one shimmy away from being better than Steph Curry.
Way too loud.
Steph
Curry was shimmying when Trae Young was still in high school.
I don't even remember that. Anyways, when we come back, we are going to go over Dodgers, Angels, MLB a little bit, and we're going to go over the NHL playoffs. The Stanley Cup's finally here. We had our matchups. We're not going to make our picks yet on them, but you'll know who we want by the end of this. We are Too Loud.
Like, share, and subscribe. Full episodes available wherever you listen to podcasts. But you already know that because you're listening right now. Too Loud TV. Too Loud. Are you the smartest of all your friends? The one who keeps everyone up to date on the latest news? Do you give great financial advice? Save boring family parties with your knowledge of dragons? Did your fantasy baseball advice help your uncle win his 6th straight championship? You have the power. You are a podcaster, a champion of voice, sound, and knowledge. You have a great power, and the only way to wield such a power is with Anchor.fm.
On Anchor.fm, it's easy as Sunday morning to make a podcast. Let me break it down for y'all. It's free as can be. You can edit descriptions, cover art, recordings, and everything else you need to build a podcast from your computer or phone. It doesn't just put your podcast on Anchor.fm. Your podcast can be listened to all over the world on Spotify, Apple Music, and much more. You can make money from your podcast, and it doesn't even matter if you have 1 listener or 1,000 listeners. Everything you need to make a podcast is all in one place at anchor.fm.
Use your power. Start a podcast. Save the world with anchor.fm.
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Fuck it too loud. That's all I got for this one. Welcome back to Too Loud. Available on Too Loud TV. We're reacting to a wild weekend in sports. It's wild because Ryan actually won in picks this week.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Look,
I had my head in other places. We had our first gig. I was actually under the weather too. After the fact though, not at the gig.
Okay.
I was fine at the gig.
Yes, you were.
But yeah, I was, my mind wasn't right. That's the only reason why you got the jump on me.
I've told you this problem many, many times. You don't have as many white blood cells as me. Me and Wolverine are like cousins, basically.
That might be true. You may recover fast, but I don't sick.
And I am hairy. So yes, it all works out very well. I'm a wolfman now.
But
what would my superhero Wolverine name be? Wolfmanarine?
No, you'd be a hamster.
Wolfmanarine. Oh, hamsterine? Oh, hamsterine.
Oh,
there we go.
Dirty little hamster. Okay, we're back. We're talking baseball because that's what ended up losing it for me. Despite my Angels coming up on a little surge, they didn't play Walsh or Upton, and Trout still hurt, so they ended up losing to the Rays. Despite Shohei Ohtani, Showtime, being the man in baseball right now, the most valuable player in baseball right now, the most must-see baseball player in the history of baseball. The man is a pitching machine, and he's also a home run machine. All he does is his dingers.
Just know.
In the first game, he hit it off the top of the dome in Tampa Bay, at the top of the Thunderdome. Knocked it through it. Because he's the man.
Well, okay, but they lost 4-3. So then the second game, what happened?
Well, the second game, it was tied 3-3, and then I went to lunch, and then I came back, and it was 13-3. I was like, oh, God, and I woke up a baby in the lobby.
Oh, my God, so you're worse than the Angels. So by that time, it was only a 3-game series, so you're done. So
yes, I know. That's why. I was just like, oh, my God, what happened?
Then the third game, Angels won.
Well, like I said, Trout's not playing, Walsh wasn't playing, and Upton wasn't playing.
And then the Angels won 6-4 on Sunday. But that didn't matter because you lost 2 games to 1.
Ohtani still hit a home run that game.
Gonna win. But yeah, that's I guess that's what you're stuck on. You insist, and you think, and that's the question we all want to know: how do you say his name?
Shohei Ohtani.
Is Shohei Ohtani the best player?
Yes.
In all of MLB?
Yes, he is.
How and why? I don't understand.
Well, he's gonna be the MVP.
Is he Jacob deGrom? Jacob deGrom has a 0.690 ERA now, and it's like halfway through the year, and it's getting lower and lower.
That's true. DeGrom's a monster, and he hasn't been hit for like 3 or 4 games in a row. I can't wait. But does he hit dingers?
No, he
does not hit dingers, does he?
He throws so well. He's almost hitting dingers.
You know what? Let me just put in perspective how well this year is. It's because Shohei Ohtani.
Because the Mets have the best ERA in all of baseball right now.
No, yeah, the Mets are doing good. So this is the people for the most strikeouts if they've had 25 home runs in a season.
Okay.
All ears. So here's the top 5. It was Nick Swisher and Ricky Caballo in 2009 and 1958. They both had 1 home run and 25 strikeouts.
Okay. Oh, you mean 25 home runs? No.
Oh yeah, 25 home runs and 1 strikeout.
Okay.
They threw a strikeout. Chris Davis in 2012 threw 2 strikeouts and 25 home runs.
Okay.
Babe Ruth did it twice, doing 3 strikeouts in a season with 25 home runs. Then in 1919, he threw 30 strikeouts with 25 home runs. Shohei Ohtani has 82 strikeouts and 25 home runs. Top of the National League, unless Vladdy hit more or Tatis. It's like a three-way battle right now.
Oh no, Vladdy takes the lead. And no,
Vladdy
keep going.
took the lead
No,
again.
I'll talk about him right now.
And it's only June.
Okay.
It's a unicorn.
Sal, but also
He's the best
Angels' record
player.
is poo. You guys are like in 3rd place in your division.
Yeah, behind who?
And the Astros and the Athletics.
Okay,
and make it sound like the
and
Athletics are good.
The Athletics are good.
The Astros
The Athletics are good.
Yeah. Okay.
The A's are one of the surprise stories of baseball this year.
Athletics are chokers. So speaking about curses, the Athletics are cursed.
Oh yeah, my favorite movie is Moneyball when the Angels beat them at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
The World Series.
So we're
Regular season, they're playing great this year.
Okay, Ohtani sounds nice and all, but is he hitting 342? Like Vladdy, who's 3rd in the MLB. What about he has the most home runs as well at 26?
Okay, he just passed them the other day. They're battling every day for it.
Okay, and you know what, like the most important thing in the world is runs batted in? I mean, Shone has 59, which is cute. But he has 66. So he has more.
I love Vladdy.
More there.
Vladdy needs to come today. Vladdy, when your contract's up, leave Toronto. You know they suck. Listen to the
He's
Rock.
3rd in hits with 94. Vladdy, it's either Vladdy or you go with Jacob deGrom's crazy 0.69 ERA.
But none of them are also pitching or hitting dingers. If you put Vladdy and Jacob deGrom together and they both had a baby and somehow those babies met, fucked, it would be Shohei Ohtani.
No, see, the problem is too, like, okay, so like the Angels are good, but like Vladdy has like transcended the Rays, the Blue Jays, to actually like good statistical categories. They're 2nd in batting average in the MLB. Yes, the Angels are 4th, but fuck.
Wait, we're still top 5.
Who has the most home runs in the MLB? The Blue Jays. Who also
Vladdy has the most.
has the 4th most RBIs in the freaking league. The Blue Jays. I keep calling them the damn Rays. The point
Yeah,
is,
they're a different team.
the Blue Jays are actually getting better, and all their statistical categories are up at the top because of Vladdy Guerrero. It's not like you guys are the top pitching team in all of baseball right now.
Because our pitching sucks outside. Shohei is our best pitcher, and when he starts, they normally win unless they blow it because our pitching sucks.
No, man. I don't see it. And even then, there's still Fernando Tatis who hit 3 home runs before like the 3rd inning.
No, yeah,
I don't
he's
like
going
him.
crazy.
I don't like him, but Vladdy Guerrero's better.
So you're a fan.
Yeah, Vladdy Guerrero's better. That's the argument I'm really making. That and Jacob deGrom. But this whole nonsense of Shohei Ohtani leading the Angels to 3rd place in the AL West, like Steph Curry leading his team to the 9th seed, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say he's the best. He could win AL MVP, but he's not the best player in all of baseball.
You realize he's one of the best pitchers in the league, as well as being one of the best hitters in the league. He's doing both.
But he's
playing
not,
both sides.
He's
doing what Vladdy's doing and Jacob deGrom.
He's not doing what Vladdy's doing. Vladdy's doing way better.
He's not doing way better. He's doing just barely better.
No, way better. Because even his batting average, he has more batting average. He has a better batting average and more hits.
Because Vladdy hits more games.
Yeah, and that's not anyone's fault because he chose one path.
What are you talking about? He does both things. The games that Ohtani pitches, he doesn't hit every game.
Then he should hit every game because the Angels need him.
Because he's pitching.
Well, then he shouldn't pitch. Choose a side.
No, he can do both.
Can he?
Yes, he's doing it.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Shohei Ohtani, he's looked alright.
You're grasping at straws trying to figure out how can I say this guy's so.
Vladdy Guerrero. No, Shohei Ohtani's great, but I'm saying Vladdy Guerrero's having a better year than him.
Slightly, not by far. It's slightly.
By far.
It's slightly. His hitting average stats are slightly better by that much, and he's not pitching.
Angels aren't even top 10 in pitching in total ERA, so you guys suck.
Because our pitching sucks.
Well, maybe Shohei Ohtani, if he was a real sensei, he would go up to each person and give them some fucking advice and teach them how to fucking play some baseball.
It's not how it works, and he is. It's not how it works.
Speaking about the best teams in baseball, another team in baseball that helped me
the Giants?
Win this weekend. No, actually, they're going to play the Giants these next couple games. The Los Angeles Dodgers.
Those gentrifiers. What they do now?
They beat the Cubs 3-1. But I mean, you kind of figured out choosing the Cubs isn't always the best option. You just went with it because.
Yeah, I said it on the show. I'm a hater, so why not?
Yeah, so Cubs won the first game. You must have been hyped after that, 4-0.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be.
And then from there, it was just 6-2 Dodgers. Then the third game. Third game was even more impressive because that's when they hit a walk-off to win it in the last innings. Cody Bellinger. They beat the Cubs 3-2.
That first game didn't even matter. We didn't even make picks for that game. That was the Thursday game. And that's the game that Pujols blew it. They had like bases loaded and then he hit a grounder.
Don't talk about the time machine in a bad sense.
I hate Pujols now because Dodger fans are fickle.
No.
Fickle.
And then they won 7-1. So I just want to ask you, Are the Dodgers the best team in all of baseball right now? You said Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball, but are the Dodgers the best team? I mean, they have the second best record in all of the National League.
Yeah, behind
the Giants.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter besides that point because the Giants haven't won a championship in so long. It's been like 5 years, 7 years,
God.
8 years. Last time the Dodgers won, I remember that one. That was like last year. It was a great
They won
time.
3 in the span of time,
Great
and you guys won 1.5 season where there was no road games.
We have better pitching. We do have better pitching
have
than the
better
Giants.
pitching.
That's
I'll
the
give
only.
you that.
Our pitching's actually good. We have Trevor Bauer. Clayton Kershaw started the most games in all of MLB. So like he's actually what's good is he's sustaining it. He's not like kind of deteriorating. It's just in his mind.
I mean,
He's
it's
gonna
regular
deteriorate.
season. This is Kershaw hour.
No, but it's good to see. It's like good to see that he's not just getting. You're not looking at him looking old right now. It's like okay, he still looks great in the playoffs. Or in the regular season, we know in the playoffs what's gonna happen.
And you didn't even mention your best pitcher, Urias.
Urias, yeah. no.
He's the best pitcher on the Dodgers. Fuck Bauer and
Yeah,
Kershaw.
so the most wins in the league, it's Kyle Hendricks and Aaron Cabal. Those two guys have 10 wins, and they're tied for first. And then it's Urias and Clayton Kershaw tied for 9 wins.
Oh, whenever I see Urias on the mound, I pick the Dodgers to win on betting.
Yeah.
They always do.
And they do. And yeah, and then I think I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, well, they don't have any more pitching. Wrong. Kenny Jansen has actually turned it up this year. He's top 5 in pitching saves. It's time.
Just like
Got
you
him.
fickle Dodger fans. Oh, I love Jansen now.
And then we have, and then
he blows
Trevor
another lead.
Bauer
Why
and
is he
Clayton
even
Kershaw.
there?
Trevor Bauer and Clayton Kershaw are 2 out of the top 5 pitchers in total strikeouts. Yes, Shohei Ohtani is not on that list because he can't stick to one thing. He's all over the place. Sal, there's a better team than the Dodgers?
The Giants literally have a better record.
Okay, I know they have a better record. I know
Like,
that.
that's
And
what
I
that
know, I know they have more wins, the most wins in all of baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, 4 teams have more wins.
And you realize that you guys are only
And the Astros are ahead of us, too.
you're only a game ahead of the Padres too, right? And they just swept you guys out of San Diego last week.
Oh my god, because San Diego means a whale's vagina, and who knows what the fuck that means. Did you see the video of the San Diego Cholo pressing the skinny Dodger guy? He's like, hey, and he was getting mad because he was trying to spill the Dodger fans' drink, and the Dodger fans like, hey, fool, I'm not gonna spill my drink. And then the San Diego Padre guy was like, hey, fool, don't step up on me with my fucking big Spirit Halloween chain, because you should have seen it was like big old fake Fair Flame chain. Man, but fucking Padre fans are crazy, man. They're too much, dude. They want to fight us Dodger fans all the time, and honestly, if you fucking want to fight Padre fans, we'll fuck you up, dude. We'll fuck you up right now. We'll fuck you up, a fucking Padres fan. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fucking rat's ass, dude.
I don't care. I do not care.
Yeah.
I wear all white at Dodger games.
But yeah, the Red Sox have a better record. Astros have a better record. A's have a better record.
The
and
Red
Giants.
Sox look way better than you guys.
I don't know. I
With,
think
you know why they look better than the Dodgers?
Just because we
Because
traded
they have
away.
the real Dodgers on their team, Kike and Verdugo,
I know. Alex Verdugo was a great Mexican. for
added to the
Dodgers.
X-Man. So yeah, I like the Red Sox better than them too.
No, that's the Dodgers.
Even the
won
Brewers are
Series.
better, and the last time the Dodgers played the Brewers, they got swept out the building. So it seems like every time the Dodgers play actual competition, they get swept out the building.
Dodgers pitching got better. They're in the pack, so you're
And the
not
Dodgers
falling
don't
out.
even have, I mean, DeGrom, this year nobody's as good as DeGrom.
Yeah, but honestly, we are top 4 in pitching though. We're top 4 in total pitching ERA, so it's
Yeah,
good.
they have all the good pitchers.
And the Giants are too, but that's besides the point though.
So,
It doesn't matter. The point is the Dodgers won a World Series.
You know
They're
what?
gonna win another one this year, and it's gonna be delicious.
you saw what happened to the Lakers, right?
Yes, I saw what happened to
When
them.
they had a full season and you had to go on the road.
Well, it really wasn't a full season.
And-
It was only 72 games.
Yeah, but actually, played on the road and weren't in a bubble, and
Oh, okay.
there was a Kobe magic in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw what happened?
Yeah, that's
Same thing's gonna happen.
no. The Dodgers
Same
are gonna
exact thing's gonna happen.
pull through.
You guys aren't gonna. This is your 1986 World Series. The half kind of counts, I guess. You're gonna talk to your grandkids about oh, I remember that game where
No, they're the best team in
we
baseball.
beat some motherfucker named Randy.
They're gonna run it back.
That guy hit 2 home runs on the Angels too. I was fucking pissed.
We're gonna run it
Randy.
back. Yeah.
Randy.
But MLB, I'm just mopping you all over the place. Which one have you won? We didn't really say. Oh well, the Bucks won.
Bucks game.
Yeah, I guess we just didn't really.
I
go
only
with
won
that.
of the week.
Yeah, you chose the Hawks. Oh no, you chose the Bucks because you're the one that's saying. Oh no, you chose the Hawks that game.
No, I chose the Bucks. You've been on Trae Young. You just said Trae Young's better than Steph. You've been on his dick harder than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but I know the Bucks are a better team though.
But you picked the Hawks because they're your team. That's my only win this week.
Oh no, I remember because I said you could choose the Suns, you could choose what do you want?
And you
chose
said
the
you wanted the Hawks regardless.
Yeah, because Trae Young. Better than Steph Curry.
But he can't beat the Bucks and Drew Holiday.
It's okay. He beat you in picks this week.
He did not.
But to close it out.
It was the Clippers in baseball.
To close it out, gotta go over a little hockey. We're finally there at the Stanley Cup Finals, but we bet on Game 7.
And I gave you this goddamn game, too. I knew the Lightning were gonna
motherfucking
win.
Lightning. I let you choose first, so
Son
you
of a
chose.
bitch.
Stupid ass Long Island.
You know what they did is because of fucking Islander fans, they started throwing bottles onto the ice after
Oh
they
my
won
God.
the other game, and they
No
ruined
class.
it. They fucking ruined it.
No
Goddamn
class whatsoever. Yeah, but besides the Lightning having no class, they know.
No, the Islanders had no class. Lightning have class. They're gonna be the only 2020 team to defend their title.
Yeah, and they might defend it, but I don't think so because they're going against now. After they beat the Islanders 2-3, they are now going against the Montreal Canadiens, Sal. And I don't know if you're ready for a little bit of the Montreal Canadiens, but I think. Oh, I said 2-3. Sorry, they won 1-0 against the New York Islanders in Game 7. But do you believe? Do you believe?
No, they
In
shouldn't.
the underdog Montreal Canadiens are going to win the title.
Here.
You've been bad-mouthing them. You've been saying they don't play anybody. They are the lowest seed in Stanley Cup history to
down.
make the finals. They were down 3-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. But you said the Toronto Maple Leafs suck balls. You said they were
I
out
didn't say it. The Rock said it, and the Rock is right.
And the Rock says, and the Rock's never lying.
Damn it.
The Canadiens are the most
Damn it.
decorated team in all of hockey history, and pretty much in almost in all of sports, top 5 with 24 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, but they haven't won since the
last time they won was 93 and they lost.
Yeah, we'll get to the reason why, but no, the Lightning are still the better team.
You don't believe in the underdogs, dude. It's like lowest seed,
Why would I?
Because you gotta ride the underdogs, baby. You feel like Vegas is gonna give it to Tampa Bay Lightning again?
Okay, no, but Tampa Bay is a better team.
Okay.
They have Stamkos, Kucherov, if he can come back, they score way too many goals. Like, they're probably the best team to watch hockey because they just score goals all the time.
Okay, I know the Las Vegas Knights are kind of chokers, but the Canadiens beat them 4-2. Like, they went against one of the premier teams in all of hockey.
And that was like the first
out.
road team that they had to play because everybody else was in Canada.
And took them out, dude. Yeah, because they went from the the Maple Leafs to the Winnipeg Jets, and then they took out the Las Vegas Knights, and now they're about to take out the Tampa Bay Lightning. Sound. I don't know how you think that it's not going to work out. You know the Canadiens are all about the sauce, man. They've been about their rings. They've been about those cups,
They have not been about the cups. They're cursed.
Okay.
But we'll save that for tomorrow when we talk about your top 10
Top 10 curses of all time. Better watch out because I think maybe the Canadiens might have a curse or
Canadiens
two.
are cursed.
Lions have a little bit of curse. I forgot the Vikings even have a curse too. It's not a curse, but like
they just don't win.
Curse though.
They are cursed.
Like that fucking Yeah.
But we'll go over that tomorrow.
It's on List Wednesday.
Well, next
Not
episode.
Wednesday. Next episode on Wednesday.
But thank you for joining us in this matchup episode. Too loud. I heard it in my brain. See, again, recovering. It's the only reason why you won this week. It's not gonna happen again.
You're gonna have to do your Vine/TikToks this week.
I already did. I'm already started. Thank you if you follow us on TikTok. Follow us now at Too Loud, Sal and Ryan. And when we come back, we have 2 Loud minutes.
Yes, sir. We are Too Loud.
Too loud. Only 2 loud minutes. That's better.
Too loud. 2 loud minutes.
2 loud minutes. Too loud. 2 loud minutes.
Too loud minutes. Too loud.
Too loud.
All you need in your life is 2 loud minutes.
2 loud minutes.
But yes, we're gonna get into this 2 loud minutes. Another 2 loud minutes. Thank you again for listening. And we are going to get 2 loud in 3, 2.
Too loud. 2 loud minutes.
Started.
So
Too loud.
bad news first. Mark Hoppus of Blink 182
Starting
You
next
did well.
year?
You did well. That was more than 1
Woo!
second.
I really wanted to say something. Okay. So going into next year, the NFL is starting to allow throwbacks back. Do you want to see the creamsicles, or do you want to see like?
Well, I want it's throwback helmets, so they can wear multiple helmets now. I want to see the white cowboy helmets, and I want to see the lime green Jets.
No, I want to see the orange
The
Tampa Bay
creamsicle, Tom Brady and those
Tampa Bay
ones.
Bucks. Yeah,
That'd be
because
cool.
he's just gonna make it look good.
LeBron James thinks there's a conspiracy against him.
Okay, I want to hear
Tweeted
this
out
one.
the other day, like
a curse or
some
conspiracy?
Conspiracy,
Okay.
like he's Y2J or something. He was like, never thought I'd be talking from this perspective. The higher ups are trying to get me. Ooh, there's a conspiracy against me to end my run. Do you think there's a conspiracy against LeBron James to end his run at the top? Do you think they're wrestling him out?
No, I just think he's
The guy they gave Space Jam to.
yeah, exactly. He's just acting more, so he's gonna act in real life too. Breaking news: there's no music, and Demaryius Thomas
Phoned it. What type of
just
fucking horse was that? too, by the
retired,
way?
dude. No, I literally wanted to grab the dumbest horse I could have grabbed. Retired, Bronco legend, part of the greatest ever playoff game of all time when he saved Tim Tebow's career. Basically, he's the
card
reason why he came back.
Game.
I didn't know Demaryius Thomas was still in the league sale. Played with the Patriots, played with the Jets.
Well, obviously
best
it
is
wasn't
with the
because he's
Broncos.
retired. He was like, well, I'm not gonna get a jab.
Do you like Demaryius Thomas? You had any problems with him? DT?
I mean,
Isn't that playoff
yeah, he did kill the Cowboys a couple games. I do remember that.
Yeah.
All of July, starting July 11th for Free Slurpee Day.
You say September 08?
Oh yeah, you're gonna get because 7-Eleven couldn't give out free Slurpees last year. They're giving free Slurpees all July
That's good.
or at least through most of July until the stores get tired of people just
They're
walking
going to deal with a lot of problems. I know. They're
just
going to deal with
taking Slurpees all day. I mean, they're usually like cups that big,
but
but
there's
like
definitely people going to keep refilling them at this, and they're going to be so lazy. They're just going to go to the same 7-Eleven.
or they're gonna run out like by 10 o'clock. So
And they're like,
But
oh, we ran out. But
get your Slurpees.
that was 2 Loud Minutes. Let us know what you think at 2 Loud Sal and Ryan. When we come back, Sal's not going to punch Chris Paul because Chris Paul's the man.
Look at me,
But we are going to go over
winning the
the
playoffs.
2 Loud top 10 curses of all time. And I mean all the curses. The Detroit Lions Bobby Lane curse. The curse of the chair, which you didn't even hear about, which you didn't know.
Curse of La Llorona.
I think so. I don't know. And also the curse of the Clippers, which might be a big one. And I don't think we're going to do the Chris Paul curse. That's not a
Chris Paul's pretty cursed.
not a real curse.
Look at him. That looks like a guy who's cursed.
Not a real curse. But yes, we're going to do our top 10 curses on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to finish out the week with our weekend picks. Let us know what you think at 2 Loud Sal and Ryan. Don't worry, Sal's going to be putting TikToks all week. He is the loser. Sal, do you want to say anything as a loser?
Chris Paul sucks.
Makes sense. And we are 2 Loud.